Hey everyone, it's Trader Rob. Today is Good Friday, April 18th, and obviously markets were closed today, so no trades here today. But I want to just to recap my entire week of how my weekly levels and my daily levels reacted throughout the week and give you guys a look into a very nice setup that I took yesterday. Just seemed like patience was it was tough. This week was tough. There was just not many trades that I took, and finally yesterday, just the perfect setup appeared. We took it, and it was a very, very nice trade. So I'll get into that right after the intro. As always, nothing that I state on my channel is financial advice. Trading futures or any type of trading is risky business. Any capital that is put out there is at risk for loss. All right, so taking a look at the NASDAQ, these were the levels that I mapped out this past Sunday. And these are the levels that I take a look at each and every morning just to see how price action is reacting to these levels, where we currently are in relationship to these levels, and kind of how I incorporate them into where I would like to look at for setups and some areas that I don't want to take a setup because of the fact that we've got a brick wall pretty much staring me right in the face. And these brick walls are these bands that I put on my charts each and every Sunday. So taking a look, started off the week. Obviously, we were hanging around couldn't get past this band, that 19,188 to 19,102 band. A lot of rejection through there. We finally were able to push lower, got right back into the band, rejected from the band, went straight down to this lower band that I had at 18,688 down to 18,593. And this is where things kind of got interesting. So we were finally able to kind of break through down to there. We then had a pretty good push down to the downside. And then if you recall on Wednesday, I give you my mid-week review, and I had a level here mapped out at 18,649 that I said, it was one of those tradable levels, definitely that you can take a look at. And sure enough, we got a really nice big push right back into the band. And where exactly did we reject from? Almost to the point, 18,649. And we finally were able to again reject from this band. And those are the things that I'm looking for. So the bands are not tradable really for me. It's an area, I guess if I was maybe like a swing trader or taking a really small position size, I guess you could do pretty damn good just trading the bands. But that's not my style of trading. I really use this as a footprint for my daily scalps. And if I switch over to the ES, a pretty similar looking chart. We rejected off the band down at the 52.97, came right back into this band at the top, and of course, where do we see the rejection? Right into this band. We come right back down. Where do we see the rejection? Right back into that band. So, it's one of those situations where, let's just say if I pull up Thursday and I'm going down into a band, there's no reason for me wanting to be shorting down here, where this is more of a likelihood. There's a higher probability of a bounce to the upside on these bands than there would be to short this. So that's how I kind of incorporate these weekly levels into my daily levels and my daily scalps. And if I take a look at my trade from yesterday, this is my signal service on Discord. had a short signal that I called out. Let's see what time. Let's see. That signal came out at yesterday at 9:33 a.m. Gave everybody the entry, take profit 1, take profit 2, and the stop loss. And this is exactly what I love to see in my setups. This is why I see it so much. My entry was at 53.27. I had just a resting limit order sitting right at this entry. Tagged into my entry, there was 0 drawdown. Maybe a quarter of a point, a tick maybe of drawdown on this trade, and it snapped right back into take profit 1 and take profit 2. So as I told you guys on Wednesday, you know, it's been a really light couple of days where just really haven't had any had some signals out there, but just with price action, the way that it was just chopping around and really no movement, it just didn't get to any of my entries. So I was very happy to see on Thursday that we were able to get some more movement. And these are some of the replies from some of the signal service. Sheesh, the precision, what a sniper. Nice adjustment. I had my entry at 53.29, I believe it was. And about 15 minutes before this trade, I adjusted it to 53.27 and a quarter. And it was just a perfect adjustment because it saved me. Well, not only did it save me from missing the trade, but it obviously helped me with 0 drawdown, which is awesome. That's exactly what you want to see. Even had somebody that passed my first prop firm eval thanks to the Rob's signal service. So that was pretty awesome. Finally was able to get a trade. And just in general, April's been fantastic. March was fantastic. In February, it was unreal. So with that, I will update all of my levels this Sunday. Look out for that video. And I will provide you guys with some tradable levels that you can scalp around or take a look and see if you're interested in a trade around those levels. If you have it, please make sure you like the video, subscribe. I would love to hear how your week was in trading. I know it was difficult. It was kind of a different week than what we've had the last 2 weeks, but that's what the market does. Market is constantly changing. Have a strategy you feel confident with. Have a strategy that you can trade in any market and in any condition and have confidence in it. So that is one of the name of the games. And remember your position sizing. All right, that's all I got. I'll put out the video on Sunday. Take care, everyone.